who shall go ahead of the Lord to prepare his ways before him. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. The Lord be with you. A reading from the Gospel according to Luke. The time came for Elizabeth to have her child, and she gave birth to a son. And when her neighbor and relations heard that the Lord has shown her so great a kindness, they shared her joy. Now, on the 8th day, they came to circumcise the child. They were going to call him Zechariah, after his father. But his mother spoke up. "No," she said, "he is to be called John." They said to her, "But no one in your family has that name," and made signs to his father to find out what he wanted him called. His name is John. And they were all astonished. At that instant, his power of speech returned, and he spoke and praised God. All their neighbors were filled with awe, and the whole affair was talked about throughout the hill country of Judea. All those who heard it treasured it in their hearts. What will this child turn out to be, they wondered. And indeed, the hand of the Lord was with him. The child grew up, and his spirit matured, and he lived out in the wilderness until the day he appeared openly to Israel. The Gospel of the Lord. Today we wonder why the Church proposes to us a great personality and a prophet, although a great personality and a prophet, but why does she propose to us every year John the Baptist? What has he got in particular to give him so much importance? John the Baptist, we hear, was called to prepare the way for Jesus to come. And so, isn't this also the way we have been called through our baptism to prepare Jesus, to bring Jesus to the world? We have even, if we reflect seriously about it, we have even a bigger mission than John the Baptist, because John the Baptist announced Christ was coming. He was revealed by God to announce Christ coming to save humanity. And he did it with humbleness and with great humility. But what is our call? Our call is to announce the risen Christ, which is even a greater feat. The risen Christ. To announce to the world the good news that he has given us. To explain to people who do not know Christ how they should live if they follow Christ, and how Christ gave us a way of living here on earth. So we have a bigger mission because it's not easy to explain, especially in this day and age, to explain others that someone came to earth. This someone is God himself, who came to the earth, who came to us, took our own way of living, took our body like our body, lived like us, as we all do. And then he overcome even death. And then in 3 years of public life, he gave us so much food for thought. So much good news, so much joy in the living that we are all called to do. So it is a great task for us in announcing Jesus Christ, in following the footsteps of John the Baptist, who we admired two particular things, two particular way of living. First of all, he was a very, very humble person, in humility, for those who wanted to proclaim him the Messiah. He said, no, I'm not the Messiah. I don't even have the capacity or even the dignity or even the way that I should be a disciple of Christ. I do not merit to be his disciples. I am nothing. And yet he continued to announce the coming of Christ, and he finished also by his courage and faith to proclaim what is white is white and what is black is black. He had the courage to fight against Herod and tell him that he was wrong in the way of living. And then he was martyred. His head was cut. So we are not asked to be martyrs of our faith. And so we don't need to give our life for that. But we have other responsibilities, and as important as they are, we need to give witness. We need to show the world that we truly believe who this risen Christ is. And we show it and we do it not by proclaiming outside in the streets, but by our way of living. Yes, we live a loving life. We know what is forgiveness. We know what is love. We know what is compassion, because Christ has showed us how we show compassion to those in need, how we need to have courage enough to proclaim what is right should be right and what is wrong without being afraid to do so. This is our mission today in a church, in a world that does not believe in Christ, that does not believe that Christ has truly come to the world, that who does not proclaim that they believe in him. We believe in him, in our faith, and we believe in him to be his disciples, so much so that we want to follow him, even in up to death, although we are not asked to do it, to give our life to him. Let's read this prayer that we have on the screens. God of salvation, you call us to faith in your Son, Jesus, the one who was to come. Help us open our hearts to him, that we may know in our hearts the depth of your faithfulness. By your help, may we respond with a faithfulness of heart, shaped by your grace alone.